Hello for the 27th Sunday in Ordinary Time, using only the Gospel, and that is Matthew 21:33 to 43, and not really using the Gospel. But at any rate, I call this the chosen. Well, first of all, in the Gospel, Jesus is speaking about another parable, and the parable is about the landowner and his servants. How he set up this vineyard and he had his servant and tenants come and run it, and his servants would come at the time of produce, and boom, boom, the first group that he sent, they beat and killed. The second group, they beat and killed. And then he said, I'll only send my son. And guess what they did? They beat and killed his only son. And so that parable we've used to talk about this man, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who was beaten and killed. And over again, there are so many different parables and stories and miracles and so forth that we sort of get almost complacent in reading them or listening to them and then moving on. Well, today I want to tell you about something different, and it's not a homily as such, but is called the chosen one because that's Jesus, the Christ, is the chosen one. And in the last month, I have been watching a series on TV. It's not totally new. It started in 2019, and it's half finished right now. There are three sessions out, and each session has 8 different half hour to an hour Jesus Christ and his people, his disciples, his apostles, and what he taught. And I have found these so good that I'm trying to say, please check this out. It's a series on TV, and right now you can get the first session of the first year on Netflix and also on another Angel Studios and many other places. But I would like you to check this out. In the last month, I have seen all 3 sessions very rapidly, but was amazed at the presentation of this man, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, and how he is presented. He's presented with all his simple words of scripture, totally scriptural, as far as much of his statements, and is dealing with the different peoples in the New Testament, or Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John's, the evangelist story of Jesus Christ. And I'm just amazed. You know, I have prayed, read, for example, the first miracle, prayed, read, meditated on the miracle at the wedding feast in Cana of Galilee. And this past week, after seeing all these sessions pretty rapidly, and this past May, I started over again one by one. And I'm on some of the session 1 and some of the 8 in session 1, and doing it slowly and listening and watching Jesus in action. And this week, I'd like to just say, I have read, meditated, and prayed that first miracle of Jesus Christ many, many, many times. But in this 1 hour session of Jesus, his interaction with his mother and his disciples and apostles and the people and the relatives and the friends at this wedding reception in Cana of Galilee has never been clearer or more interesting to me. It became, well, it always was good, and it always was a miracle, and it always was prayer. But in this presentation with this series, you know, this series called The Chosen, this miracle, first miracle, I can say I have never experienced it like this before. How real, how beautiful, how insightful to Jesus and his mother and what's happening and what's he starting to pursue. It's unbelievably good. And I'm just trying to bypass that parable or that Jesus used in today's reading and just talk about all of these things in this series called The Chosen. There are many others that I'm trying to say you can't afford not to watch this. It's so good. It takes a little bit of time to get into and see what's happening and how it's done. But boy, once you get into this presentation, it's only halfway finished. There's 3 more sessions to come. I want you to see this, listen to this, and in a sense, pray this or meditate this series. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You know, for example, it's believed in these sessions and so forth, this has been viewed, meaning how many you're watching, I don't know, but viewed 313 million times. It's about the number of people that we have in the United States, that people have turned this on and watched it. And it's all about Jesus, the chosen. If you, I Googled Wikipedia, and it has a few pages on the explanation of this program. It is said much better and more thorough, what I'm telling you. But I'm inviting you to give it a chance, to go to this season. We do this all the other things with the seasons and so forth. How about this one? Started in 2019 and it's going to go for another few years. And I would like you to just check it out. The Chosen title. All about Jesus of Nazareth and his intermingling and setting up the church with his disciples and his apostles and his inner workings with his mother and his friends. If you watch this, folks, you'll not just be watching this, you will be praying. This will lift your mind and heart up to God, which is one of our definitions of prayer. You will receive insights about this man, this Son of God, this Messiah that you've never had before. I guarantee it if you get into it. So this isn't just a little homily. This is a homily or a presentation about Jesus himself and his life. And I think it's so good. Please give it a shot. Give it a try. And you won't be disappointed if you get into it. Because your mind and heart will be raised to Jesus Christ. Your insights will be a lot deeper about Jesus Christ. And I think it is so good. The Chosen. Look it up on Wikipedia or some other app is what you have. Give it a try. I love the scriptures. And I love the people who write commentaries on the scriptures. And I love people who make movies about the scriptures. And I love people who make such a fine series called The Chosen. Give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. Have a good day.